Hey everybody, it's Scar here again, bringing you another stream tip video, and today we're going to be talking about discoverability and how that means for you streaming or making content in general. So you may have heard about discoverability. You may have an idea of what discoverability is, but for people who may not know 100% what that means, discoverability means like what are the chances that people are going to stumble upon your content, whether it's on stream, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and so on and so forth. And it's kind of like in a weird way a flip of the coin, but depending on where you're putting the content, you can kind of hopefully skew your chances of being actually noticed. So what I mean by this is if you're posting on social media, using the proper hashtags, if you're streaming a particular game, you have to kind of find like an area where you can kind of like stand out. The bigger the more competitive the directory is on a particular streaming platform, the lower the chance of discoverability is. That just means that someone's going to click on your particular stream thumbnail and come and watch your stream. So if you stream to a game where there's thousands of people, your probability of someone clicking on your stream is very, very slim unless you're at the top of the stream. So what you may want to do for that is you may want to find a game that you may want to play that is somewhat relevant, but a whole bunch of people aren't streaming it. So if there's a game that has 200 people watching, and the top couple people have like 20 viewers, and then there's like a complete drop off to like 5 and less, but you may average like 7 viewers whenever you go live, that may be a good game because right behind those couple people it will be you, and that may help you get discovered. It may be like a very small game that just got recently released on Steam. There may not be like any big time streamers because they're playing the next big AAA title that's got released, and that may be your way to garner some viewership or chance of discoverability, because I'm sure there's people probably looking for that game that they're just not finding anybody that's streaming it, and the reason why the people above you got viewership is because they're the only ones that are really streaming it at a level that people want to watch. Here on YouTube, if after when I make this video, is that I gotta put interest in tags, so when you search in that YouTube search bar, you're gonna find my video, and the better my tags are, the more relevant my tags are for the search, is how well I'm gonna stick out compared to everyone else who's probably making a video about the same exact topic. And depending on what topic you're choosing, there's a certain amount of discoverability possibility because of the way you tag a video, the way the type of subject, how relevant it is, and how many people are searching it. You got to find that balance when there's like a high search rate but a very low video rate. So there's a way to garner some sort of viewership. And I'm not saying that this is like a hack per se, but you need to play the odds. So for anything, so if there's not many people talking about this big thing in video games, you may want to post a video about it. It's kind of weird that no one really talks about the fact that PlayStation says they're the place to play games, and that's the reason why they don't want crossplay. Not really, I mean personally I haven't really looked, but I'm sure there's some people talking about it, but I really haven't. I feel like I saw a couple articles, but I didn't really see anyone post a video about it. I'm sure there's people, someone's gonna post me down in the comments like, oh, so and so posted a video about that. Okay, I personally haven't really looked out for it. I was just making a point, but still, it's one of those things that because I feel like not many people still talk about it. People just kind of like brush it to the side. It was just a popular thing at the time to talk about, but I feel like there's not really people still talking about there not being like crossplay between platforms. Who really knows, like why is it still a thing, yada yada yada. Discoverability just matters upon what you're doing, and your chances of playing garners X viewership. Is that worth? If I stream Fortnite, I have 7 viewers all the time. Am I gonna compete with a guy who has 100,000 viewers? Where am I gonna sit in that directory? And 10 to 1, you're gonna sit all the way at the bottom because you're not the only one who's also streaming that directory. So your chance of discoverability is much, much smaller. And yes, you may be like, well, I have people that come in all the time that are brand new, and that's true. But at the end of the day, it's possible that you may never be seen, and that's also possible. And depending on what platform you stream on, sometimes relevance of platform actually matters and how discoverable you actually are. But all in all, it really just matters upon you. If you like this video, slap that like button. If you want to know when I post other videos about these kind of subjects, hit that subscribe button, turn that like bell notification on. I will catch you in the next video.